Hey there folks, welcome back to another shaving video, and today we're going to use Soap Smooth Toulouse. It's been a long time since I've used this soap, and to be honest, I forget about Soap Smooth. It's a very, very good quality soap. This one is $19.99 for 6 ounces, or about $3.30 an ounce. Not a bad price at all, very, very fair. And the scent on this is phenomenal. I can't describe it to you. It's sort of... it's a sweet scent, and I don't even know how to describe it to you, to tell you the truth, but it's a very, very nice scent. We're going to use our Rudy TSE brush right here, which was sent to me by the great Tim Berger, and we'll go ahead and get started loading here. Again, I tend to forget about Soap Smooth. I don't know why, I just do. It's a really good quality soap, ran by fine people, and I was looking at my soaps last night and I said, hey, let's use a Soap Smooth soap, because that is good stuff, and often overlooked, but not today. We're going to have a great shave with Soap Smooth today, and this is a fantastic scent. I'm going to get a little bit of water there on my brush. Really fantastic scent, or at least for me it is. I really like it a lot. Let me move that down, because it seems when I'm holding things up the camera goes dark, so hold that down a little bit. All right, looks like we got a great load. Let's set our soap aside and we will get going. Stay tuned. Again, I think the scent on this is fantastic. The soap quality is very good, and overall it's just a very, very nice soap. And I don't have a good description for what this soap is like, other than to say it's really nice, and I really like it. That's all I can say on the scent, and I apologize for the sort of dark. The sun's sort of coming through the window here a little bit, so it's making the lighting a little strange, but we'll make do. All right. The lather on this, by the way, is a little bit less dense than what I'm used to, but it does a fine job. All the same, it's a little more fluffy, but I think you will see that by the time I'm finished with my shave, it will have been an excellent shave, and that feels fantastic. I'm using old vintage open comb, twist to open vintage Gillette. I can't think of the name of this particular one. I don't remember whether it was the Sheraton or just an aristocrat open comb or what. I just don't remember. Some menthol in this, by the way. Nice cooling effect going. Scent very nice, and it's nice and slick. And again, don't be put off by the look of the lather. It's a little more fluffy than some I use, but it always does a great job. So I tell you, I have always believed that each individual should use the type of lather that works best for them. So you'll see me, sometimes it's thick, sometimes on subsequent passes it's more thin, but I tend to use exactly what works best for my face. What I will say is the way the lather looks doesn't tell the entire tale. It does give some indicators, but it doesn't tell the entire tale. Sometimes the lather looks horrible and people get a great shave, so you just really have to go by feel, or at least that's what I do. All right, great first pass. We'll come back in a moment for pass two. Nice menthol cooling here. I did not smell the menthol in the soap, but you can definitely tell we're getting that nice cooling effect, which is I like. I don't like menthol soaps every single day, but I do like them. You know, I'm not a menthol head per se, but I'm not opposed to it. I don't really care that much about the hypermentholated, you know, soaps, but see if we can get a little more smooth and a little bit more thin on the lather for pass two, and that will work just fine. Anyway, Menthol is okay for me. This one is a nice cool menthol, so if you're looking for nice cool menthol in a soap without smelling it too much, this is a good one. Again, I wish I could describe for you the scent, but I just can't. It's unique though. I haven't encountered any soap that smells like Toulouse. It's a good scent for me. Definitely on the sweet side. But as you can see there, soap doing a wonderful job too. With this old vintage Gillette that was sent to me by Don the Navy Goat, which I love. Great razor here. And I always get some of these older ones confused with the open comb. I can't remember whether it's just an OC Aristocrat or Sheraton or heck, I don't remember. I'm not a razor historian by any stretch of the imagination. But I do like this razor a whole lot. And I gotta say the soap's doing a really, really nice job today. I'm gonna use a Soap Smooth aftershave today too, just to give it a shot, or give it a go, as they say. All right, great excuse me, heck, I'm going back to the first pass when that was the second pass. Anyway, great second pass. We'll come back for pass 3. Very, very nice. Just a really pleasant shave for a Sunday morning. We're inching ever close to Tuesday, which is our election day, excuse me. And I can't wait for it to be over. I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's just, whew. I just hope it is over Tuesday and we don't have another, like, I think it was the 2000 election, the Bush-Gore, where it was, you know, ended up having to go to the Supreme Court because of lawsuits over hanging chads and all the rest of it. Y'all remember that probably. All right. Looks like we're about where we need to be for our third pass. Anyway, I hope it's over. Because it's just gotten to be aggravating to just constantly hear both sides at each other's throats. And I think the worst thing for me personally is when somebody is really partisan and they're a big time Democrat or Republican, either way you go, and they'll overlook something in their candidate entirely, but point at the other candidate, like hypocrisy. For example, I've heard Clinton talking about all this stuff about women. She takes money from Saudi Arabia. She takes money from other Middle Eastern countries, which have the worst human rights record you could imagine when it comes to women. All right, and that's a fact. She's taking money from them. She treated Monica Lewinsky like a dog, called her names. She attacked some of the other women that her husband was involved with. I do understand that to a certain extent, but let's be fair. Hillary Clinton doesn't have a stellar record when it comes to her treatment of women and taking money from countries that treat women in less than a human fashion on some levels. That's a fact. On the other hand, you have Trump, who has a history of abusing women, calling them names. You know, you saw the grab them in the P word video. And so, in my opinion, neither one of those candidates can take the high road on the issue of protecting or respecting women. However, you'll have the Democrats going, Donald Trump's a misogynist, he's terrible, and Hillary's going to fight for women. No. She has not proven that at any level. And she has, in fact, done just as much to disrespect women as Donald Trump has. And going the other way, you have people who are Trump fans who will totally ignore his issues with women. And for me, it's a total hypocrisy. You know, you have to be fair. And that's why I say neither one of those candidates has a stellar record when it comes to protecting or supporting women. Now, I realize, you know, Hillary may have I think she was responsible for CHIP, which was a good thing for children, which certainly helps women. But by and large, she's done nothing and has actually done some things to harm, as has Donald Trump. So the way I see it, neither one of these candidates can take the high road where women are concerned, but you have Democrats and Republicans who will totally ignore what they have done. And I just can't do that. I find both of them to be poor candidates on this particular issue. That's just my feeling. All right, let's rinse the face, come back for the post. Stay tuned. All right, and the other thing while we're getting our Thayers on, magic made by witches, is, you know, everyone says Trump is a nasty person because, you know, he calls people's names and he's always warring with them. And he is a nasty person on some level. He is. But Hillary is too. So again, it's one of those things that people tend to look over. Read some of the books by, or some of the accounts of the way they have been treated, like Secret Service personnel or other people who have been in that Clinton circle, as to the way she's treated them. She's a pretty nasty person too. So we have two people here that, you know, are by no means the nicest of folks, in my opinion. So it's not a great candidate for me to vote for here. Just not on those bases, but on other bases. I don't find either one of them to be trustworthy. And for me, that's a no-go. Anyway, we're going to use Soap Smooth. This is actually labeled the Shaving Shop, which is Peter Charcalis's shop. You know, the one that sends out the free samples. Peter Charcalis had this made, and I believe Soap Smooth makes it, if I'm not mistaken. Hedonism. And Pete's a great guy. He's a good sport over the sample thing. And if you're not aware of the sample thing, it's pretty funny because for whatever reason, folks have always asked him for samples, free samples, and they continue to do it. So we kind of stoke the flames and say, hey, yeah, Peter's giving out samples, and it drives him mad, but he's a very good sport about it. One of the nicest guys, really, in this hobby, and he runs the Shaving Shop. I think it's the Shaving Shop online, but you can Google it and look for that logo. Good guy to buy from. Wife, daughter, really nice guy all around, in my opinion. All right, we've had an outstanding shave today. Let's sort of review our equipment. If I can get this without knocking my phone over. Soap Smooth Toulouse. Very nice scent. Great quality. I had a great shave from it. Hedonism aftershave. I think made by Soap Smooth, but sold by Peter Charcalis's Shaving Shop. The old school open comb, can't remember the model of this razor. It's a Gillette. It's fantastic. And last but not least, our Rudy custom, which is fantastic as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. And remember, until next time, let's make America shave again, even in November.